Ask Tom on Home Show.
Jeremy from Houston, Texas has a question about attic heat.
Yeah, he's got an attic with a very low pitch roof, Tom. Jeremy writes, I blew in insulation, but when the sun goes down, my AC runs at about 61 degrees. House is perfect. And once I hit October, I love my house until April and May. But June through September, it's unbearable during the day. When my roof was replaced 5 years ago, I thought the ridge vent would solve my problem. Nope. My neighbor has barely any insulation, but has a gable vent, and her house is way more comfortable than mine. I'd like to do radiant barrier, but it seems impossible with the low pitch. I can't even access the farthest part of my house. So, Tom, what's your advice here?
This is a typical situation. You have a house, you have what you have. Don't compare to your neighbors. There's a lot of different variables, what their comfort level is, what size air conditioner they have, what direction the house points. There's a lot of different things. At this point, I want you to know that attic ventilation is not going to cool your house or make your house any more livable in those hot months. I really think because you put the insulation in, you really can't do a radiant barrier. I understand. Adding attic ventilation will help. Is not going to help your problem, but I mean it's always important to remove moisture out of the attic. Your insulation works a little better. But see, we're talking about a cooling load problem, and you can't solve it by an insulation compaction issue. You just can't do it. It's your air conditioning system. I think what you need to do, and I talk to people all the time, air conditioners are undersized in so many homes, but October through May or whatever, it's fine because you don't have the full load. But when you hit summer, their air conditioners run and run and run. They're not comfortable. They don't get to the temperature they want. And it's because the air conditioner is undersized. I really think this problem is going to have to be addressed by either adding extra capacity for those months. And Charlie, you know, like you have in your place, you have those split ductless systems in some rooms that overheat because in the summer the sun was so unbearable, i.e. your office and your conference room, if I do believe in your building. But you could do that in a home, or you could just upgrade the size of your air conditioner and put more capacity where it'll still be great the rest of the year. It'll be wonderful. It'll be more efficient now too because it's a new system over an old system. But you also will be comfortable through the times in Houston, which all of us experience, which is July through the end of September, which can be really unbearable. And as we do this right now, we're getting into August on Monday or Sunday. I don't know which is the 1st of August. But that August is when it starts to hit big time. So that's when we want that air conditioner to be working perfect and have enough capacity to handle the load on the house.
I had clients in from Charlotte, North Carolina this week, and they're like, man, it's hot down here. It always like this. It's July, right?
Yes. No kidding.
But back to the situation. This is a perfect example of what I hear many times with my clients across the country where, you know, two houses side by side, even built identically, are going to be different. And it's a matter of making sure the AC is set up correctly. I guess that's probably why the manual J exists.
Well, and if you look at really smart, and you're absolutely right. We'll hit that in a second. But if you look at really smart builders who, if they're really into energy efficiency, when they go into a new development, if you can buy all the lots where the front of the house faces north and the back of the house faces south, and then you put your utilities like your garage and your kitchen and stuff on the west side and put your bedrooms on the east side, you can have a lot better comfort level through your air conditioning system with a house that would be totally opposite. And then they would have to have more air conditioning, although the house is exactly the same because of the way that you move around a house, because of where windows are located. A garage is a great buffer on the west side with the heat coming in, that kind of thing. A kitchen doesn't have to be as cool as the rest of the house, especially the bedrooms. So there's a lot to do with that. And then a manual J today, I was talking to one of our buddies over there at Absolute Comfort Air. They're making manual Js now where they didn't before, and I used to be really anti-manual J, where you can put in your own parameters that you're designing around. The old ones, you couldn't do it. And now today you get a good air conditioning contractor who can input the right information. You're going to get the perfect design. And that's where it all came to fruition, is when they allowed you to do that on that software. And so I was really impressed when I heard that, because now I know why people are getting such better results than they were 15 years ago when they started using a manual J.
You go on to get, Tom's been doing this for 35 years, so he's been around a while. And you can get answers for free by clicking on the Ask Tom button at HomeShowRadio.com. He was around before, but when they were on manual H, probably, right? Anyway.
Yeah, no manual at all.
No
That's
Manuel.
right. I had a 3-speed in the Cougar. Okay, fine. They're up here.
Fill out the form. Send us your questions. We'll answer it. Tom loves doing it. And we like doing it with him. That's why we do it. Every day there's a new one at HomeShowRadio.com. There's one at our Facebook page. And, of course, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel.